thanks for coming back to my channel. So today I'm doing another kind of hair and makeup tutorial, which is this Barbie look that I've got going on right now. I've kind of been doing this look for the last 2 weeks because it's so easy and fast, and that's my favorite. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this cool little bumper bang, high ponytail with a hairpiece, and this pin-up look makeup from start to finish. So let's get going. So to start with, I've got my gym hair, which is just unstyled and gross right now. So I'll usually I'll just part along my temple from my temple on each side. I've got some pretty sweet roots going on too right now because I'm trying to not bleach my hair all the time. So you're going to want to take it really far back. So if you can imagine where your high ponytail is going to be, you want the bumper bang to pretty much start right where the high ponytail begins. So I'm just going to try and neaten up this little part right here using my brush. So once you think you've got a pretty neat little line right here, a little curve line, I'm going to first prep this hair with this Suavecita grooming spray, which right now I'm finding is awesome. It really helps set my style. So I'm going to give that a good spray all the way through. Just comb it through too. And then I'm going to just grab a little kind of 1-inch section at the back. And make sure that that grooming spray isn't too wet still. And then right here I have a 1-inch curling iron, so I'm just going to take that to the end of my hair and curl it under so your roll is facing forward. Just hold that for a couple of seconds until you think it's hot enough to hold your curl better. And then I've got some pin curl clips right here, so I'm just going to pin that in place like you usually would with your pin curl set. Then I'm going to grab another 1-inch section and do the same, just taking that to the end and curling it under, making sure to get all of the hair from the sides too. So once you've got your little curls in here, I'm just going to give it another little spray of the grooming spray, and then the rest of my hair, I'm going to get the hell out of the way because my hair is really short right now. I don't have any extensions in it. So like I said, I'm going to utilize the hairpiece in this one. So I'm just brushing all of my hair back into the highest ponytail I can get it. And just be careful not to brush those bangs back that you've just pinned forward. Not pull it all the way through on the last loop, so I've kind of got this kind of nub of hair on top, which is going to help secure the hairpiece on top. Use a little bit of primer because today I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock It foundation, which is pretty heavy, so I don't like to pull it straight on my face because it can get a little bit clumpy. So this is the NYX Photo Loving Primer, which is a great product. I think anything from NYX is such good quality for the price. And often if you go to Ulta, they have buy one get one frees on NYX, which is rad, so you get it super cheap. I'm just gonna put big blobs all over my face. And then I'm just using my face buffer brush from Makeup Geek, which is my new favorite foundation brush. I'm just gonna blend that all over. Blend it in. And for my concealer, I'm gonna use the Naked Skin from Urban Decay. And this is great to use in any areas that you might have any blemishes or problem areas. I'm going to grab my Anastasia Dip Brow, which is one of my favourite products. This one's almost run out, but I've got a fresh one and I'm just so excited to break into. So for this dual end brow brush, which is really cool because it has a little spoolie on the end so you don't have to look for it. I already have a little bit of colour on my brows because I couldn't go to the gym this morning with nothing on. So I'm just going to tidy these up a little bit. So now I've got those brows cleaned up a little bit. They look a little bit bolder. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a warmer kind of pin-up look for this. I feel like I use a lot of brown tones a lot. So I've been trying to add a little bit more color to my repertoire. So for this one, I'm gonna break out the Electric palette from Urban Decay, which I've used I think in a tutorial before, but it's definitely one of my go-tos for anything that needs a little bit of color injection. So I'm gonna use some kind of orangey tones I think for this one. To begin with, to kind of prime the eye, I've got this Kat Von D Shade and Light palette right here, and I'm gonna use the color Ludwig, which is just this nice kind of creamy matte, and I'm gonna take that all over my lid. And then the next color is Lazarus, which is this color right here on the big pad in the middle. And I'm going to use, this is just a generic brush, but it's kind of a medium size poofy brush. I don't know if that's the general term. But I'm going to take that from the corner of my eye and just blend it into my kind of socket. And the more pressure you put on the socket, the little bit more dense the colour is going to be. So I'm trying to put a little bit more pressure on there just to try and stop the colour from blending out. So I'm going to use a pointed crease brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to just dip into this colour called Slow Burn, which is kind of in the middle. It's this orangey colour. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that on here and just kind of take that right into the crease as well, and take it over that first colour that I used. And then I've got this Makeup Geek, the soft dome brush, which is a lot bigger. I'm going to take that over the top and just blend those two colours into each other. I don't have anything on this brush, so it's just purely the blending. Back to the Shade and Light palette. For my lid colour, I want something that is a little bit shimmery, but still a nice neutral colour. So this one here, it's called Succumbus, and it's the third colour along right here. And it's a really nice creamy shadow, but it does have a little bit of a shine to it once it's on. So I'm going to use my finger to put this on, just because I find using my finger with these more satiny shadows tend to help with the application. So I'm going to put that all over the lower lid. I do want to add a little bit of the orange just on the outer corner. I don't want to take it all the way under, because then it can make you look like you kind of have sore eyes. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Again, grab my pointed dome brush, and then I'm going to use the colour Citree. It looks like it should be sultry, but it's a Citree. So it's the second one along in the light and shade palette from Kat Von D. And I'm just going to add some of this to the very corner just to darken it up a little bit. So I'm just going to add a cat eye. I've done my liner and threw some lashes on, and I've also added a little bit of mascara. So I'm just going to tidy up the very edges with a little bit of concealer just underneath my wing. So I've tidied that up. I'm going to just set the foundation with a little bit of the Makeup Forever HD powder, which you don't necessarily need to do because this foundation from Kat Von D does already dry matte, but I just like to make sure that it's definitely going to last me all day. So this just kind of seals the deal. And for my cheeks, I'm going to use some of, I have this awesome NARS palette. I've had it for a while now. I think it was from Christmas the year before last. And some of it's already run out. I need to get some more. But I feel like NARS has the most awesome blushes ever. So I'm going to just contour a little bit with Laguna, which is this really kind of great kind of bronzy colour. And I'm just using that under my cheekbones just to make them pop a little bit. I have the Sephora highlight right here. It's called the Baked Illuminizer in Stardust, and I got this because I couldn't afford to get the expensive palettes, so I figured I would just give this one a go, and it works really well. It's a really nice kind of creamy gold colour, and I'm just going to use that just above my cheekbones, just to give those cheeks a slay. And add a little bit to your nose too. I'm going to finish the bangs real quick right now. So for that, your curls will definitely be well and truly set by now. So using my my little spornet brush, which is my best friend, I'm just going to take each section and just tease it a little bit at the root. And I mean, what it should do is it should just want to go into a curl, which is what it's doing right now. But obviously you want it to be nice and neat and tidy. So make sure you've got the top nice and smooth down. And all the hair is going in the same direction. And then I'm just going to take it from the end and just curl it under using my fingers. And then you should have kind of a nice little slim roll in the front. And then using bobby pins, I'm just going to pop these bobby pins inside just to hold the roll in place. Just one on each end should do the trick. You shouldn't need to have 20 bobby pins in your hair for this. The curling alone really should set it where it needs to go. And now, this is the scary part. I'm just going to use my fingers and just kind of slowly pinch the hair outwards without breaking any gaps in the bangs. This is the bit where I always hold my breath because this is where I'll usually screw it up. And if you end up with a gap in your bangs, just unpin it and just start again because it's impossible to brush a gap out. So this is about as wide as I want it, which is kind of at my temples. And at this point you could either just leave the roll like this as it is, but I like to just lift it in the corners just to give it a bit more of a cute rolled look, and it just hides the inner roll a little more. So I'm just going to carry on pinching and taking this up and then using another bobby pin. I'm just going to secure that corner a little bit higher than the rest. Just like that. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. And again, this is another point where you might lose your mind if your hair doesn't comply. You can obviously use some hairspray to set it. I usually begin using a light flexible hairspray or my grooming spray, just in case I decide that I hate it and it needs to come down. I don't want to get any like flaky hairspray. But to finish off the look, this is a 3/4 wig from Annabelle's Wigs.co.uk, and I took the there was like the clip in here, like the little fork clip that helps secure it into your hair when you use it like a half wig or a 3/4 wig. So I took that out. And I'm just going to fold this in half so the bottom is attached to the top. And then I'm going to place it on top right here, just covering up that little nub of a ponytail that I had going on. The reason I use a half wig is because I like loads of hair and lots of volume, but there's no reason why you can't just use a regular clipping ponytail. You just won't get such a dramatic look, or you might want to layer a couple on top of each other. Secure this, I'm again just using bobby pins, and because you have that little kind of bulbous bit of hair on the top, it should have plenty to grab onto. If you have really fine hair, you can always backcomb that, tease that ponytail too, just to give it a little bit more for the grips to hold on to. Created this nice poofy ponytail. Obviously you want it quite high. If you don't like being able to see this business on top, which doesn't really bother me, but you can always add a little bow or a little hair flower or something on top just to hide that. And for my lips today, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in Doll Parts. That was my dog. Which is a really nice dusty pink colour. It's one of my favourites right now since I've gone blonde. I hated it when I was dark. It's funny how colours work. Ta-da! So that is my finished little Pinup Barbie look. Bumper bangs with a high ponytail and kind of and warm pinup eye. Hope you guys enjoyed watching and it was easy to follow, and give it a go and tag me on Instagram, Kandy is Badass, if you do try this style. I'd love to see. So thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you.